All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got two of, I would say my favorite people, but I think everybody I bring over here is my favorite people. This is the first time we brought this man to the podcast. This is the first time, and I hope you guys enjoy him like as much as I enjoy him. He's a comedian, Boricua. He's killing it on social media. We met at a comedy club, but, ¿sabe? Derecho de Puerto Rico representando aquí en Nueva York. I want to do something fun for this episode. Y también, we also have your favorite, Norberto también está aquí. He's the other guy. Yo, Junior, thank you for coming and being part of the podcast, right? I've been running, how long? It's been about a year, ain't it?
Yeah, a little under a year at this point.
Wow, under a year.
Under a year.
Oh, thank you, everybody that's been sticking for under a year or over a year. I'm going to find out when we started so that we can celebrate together.
Yeah, get the anniversary episode ready. Yeah,
ya
que empezar a hacer planes.
Ya tú sabes. So this episode was going to be interesting, right? And the way that I wanted to put it together was, you know, I was going to have Junior debate a friend of mine that is right-leaning.
A Dominican Republican.
A Dominican Republican.
The Dominican Republic.
And then he saw, I think he saw your Instagram. He was like, yo no voy pa' allá, no.
I get it. I could come across as a little bit aggressive, you know, but I know how to have a conversation. La pendeja, cuando tú dices estupideces, pues yo me encojono. ¿Tú me
No,
entiendes?
you put out a video like, fuck all these Latinos that voted for Trump.
Well, you know, fuck you if you did. Right? I'm just saying I haven't changed my stance on that. Yo no creo que vaya a cambiar eso nunca.
Y sí, ahora está fea la cosa.
Y no es una cosa de que tú seas republicano, es que tú votaste por ese hombre. Like yo nunca voy a entender eso en mi vida. Nunca voy a entender eso. Eso va en contra de ser latino y todo lo que nuestra cultura nos criaron a estar en contra de eso. Sí. Y eso fue lo que... No, yo no creo en eso. Hay algo mal en tu cabeza.
¿Y por qué tú crees que tanta gente votaron por él? Porque yo conozco gente que votaron por él por la situación económica.
Falta de educación.
Falta de educación.
Sí, si tú crees que esa persona, una persona he's bankrupt all of his businesses.
Sí.
And you think that's a good business?
Son nada más 7 que he bankrupt.
That's a lot. Yo ni uno. Vote for me. I should run. How many businesses? None. Like, I'm good. I got a clean record, all right? Have I tried a couple? Yeah, but I decided to quit. I didn't file for bankruptcy, you know?
Sí.
I don't bullshit. The lying is nonstop. The idea of Epstein, the island, Trump, the connections, the park, los negritos en el parque que él quería que los mataran. No ir al army, like to be a draft dodger. Me duele el pie, ay bendito, my heel hurts, I can't go.
Sí.
Son tantas cosas que cuando tú las sumas es una persona que tú no puedes, como que that can't be your champion. ¿Verdad? You like movies?
I love movies.
I love movies.
Troy, Brad Pitt. Remember that movie?
Sí.
Troya.
Sí.
¿Verdad? Instead of having a war, ¿verdad? In the beginning of the movie, it's going to be in the Odyssey too with Christopher Nolan. Instead of a war, instead of all of the armies fighting, who's your champion? Who's my champion? They would send Achilles, Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt mata al grande, le mete un puyazo.
Y de una vez, sí.
So you're saying that Donald Trump is your Brad Pitt? That's crazy. That's insane.
Sí.
Eso no tiene sentido.
Es como, votando por él, como yo voy a negar todas las cosas malas que ha hecho. I'm going to ignore it. The crime, the felonies, and all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
The insurrection. Let me turn a blind eye. And saying,
Trying to ruin Three Kings Day, by the way.
Bruh.
Trying to ruin Three Kings Day. January 6th has a whole new meaning now. Está cabrón.
Es verdad. Oh, that's Three Kings Day.
Yeah,
Los Reyes Magos están como que... ¿Y
nosotros
qué?
Los Reyes Magos se le fue la magia. Está cabrón.
Los 3 Reyes Magos tienen que volver and storm the capital themselves.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Me da vergüenza. And I understand it more from a man's standpoint, voting for him. If you're a machista, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Classic machista, pues yo te entiendo. Si tú votaste por Trump. Te entiendo más. No te entiendo completamente. But 80% you're already tarted, ¿verdad? Pero cuando tú eres una mujer, if you're a woman and you voted for that guy, bro, analyze yourself. Something went wrong.
I think he's losing popularity right now. I think a lot of people coming out and like, yeah, I got aunts and family members right now that are coming up to me. They're like, yo, I regret doing this. But there's also still a lot of people, especially Dominicans, are friends of mine that still like go hard for this man.
What's the explanation that they give you? Like, besides the whole business aspect?
It's crazy is like what they say is like, I don't trust Kamala. Bueno. That was the one. It's like the Kamala. It was just like they didn't like Kamala and they felt like they couldn't trust her. And also I feel like they were not doing well economically and they trust him more because they feel like they had a better life under Trump when he was president than what they were getting.
I don't think they even believe that.
I don't think they believe.
They don't believe that.
But do they understand why that is?
They definitely. I don't think they do. I think
don't. You see, but that's why I say it's education because under Trump, the main economic plan that we were living under was whose?
It was
still Obama's.
It was still Obama's.
And then under Biden, when Biden started, that's when Trump's plan started. So that's why we were so fucked under Biden. Porque estábamos bajo el plan de Trump. Después, cuando las cosas empezaron a arreglarse, now we voted for this motherfucker again. ¿Tú me entiendes? Como que la gente no sabe. It takes one fucking Google search in order for you to learn things nowadays. Y la gente no lo hace.
Es que no quieren saber. There's a difference. There's a difference between not knowing and not wanting to know. And I think a lot of these people are caught up in the disinformation and all the misinformation campaigns because they want to desperately feel like they're superior to everybody else. When Donald Trump is talking about immigrants, he's not talking about me. He's not talking about my family because we're good citizens.
He's talking about
he's talking about the criminals. He's talking about MS-13. And that's a lot of bullshit. And it's a lot of bullshit that they... At this point, you can tell them the truth. You can tell them 1 + 1 = 2.
But no vale.
Be like, no.
Vale, because their identity is attached.
It's part of their identity.
Part of their identity.
And there's one thing about machistas that we don't like is that we don't like to be wrong.
I remember I was talking, and the funny thing is, and we send each other stuff, right? And, he sent things to me. I send things to him. But one thing I noticed is when I send him something, my algorithm is just... It changes. And then he sends me something. My algorithm changes from the things that he sent me. Right, the whole thing that happened in Iran, right? That they killed protesters and stuff like that. My algorithm was nothing but Iran this, Iran that, and what is the left doing? Why the left is ignoring it? I'm like, what does the left have to do with Iran, right? But it was like I was getting a lot of stuff on my feed.
I have to say, you're mentioning the left a lot.
Yeah.
And Democrats are a part of the problem right now.
Why you say that?
Because why the fuck isn't anyone talking as loud as the Republicans are? Why the fuck aren't we discussing who's going to run for president as far as the Democrats in 2028? That needs to start now. Someone needs to start building. Don't give me Gavin Newsom. Too tainted. California hates him. How is your state going to hate you and you're going to be the guy? You can't do it.
Y como quiera está metiendo a Gavin Newsom.
Let's start talking.
Let's start.
Someone speak up. Someone speak up.
Part of the problem is that Democrats want establishment.
Yes.
They like the establishment. Son cobardes. And so I think that's part of the problem. They want it to be back in the Clinton era. Back in the days when they love keeping Wall Street happy and at the same time having the status quo be as it is. And I think it was very telling when Mamdani ran. And he got no support from the Democratic Party. And he's the Democrat candidate.
Yes.
So how is it that we're not this man won this mayoral race by a large margin, and the Democratic Party is not going to stand behind their candidate?
Stand behind him.
That tells me everything about the party right now. That the people running the party right now, currently the Democratic Party in Congress, they're a bunch of cowards.
Do you think they're cowards or they're like in the pockets of the lobbyists?
Both. What's the difference?
That's true.
Damn, that's facts.
Cuomo still ran against him as a Democrat on the side.
He did.
Like a side piece. Yeah.
He did. And still lost. I wonder. I doubt Democrats will, because the reason why we had Trump the first time is the Democrats stole the election from Bernie y se lo dieron a Hillary. Y pensaba que uno and I know a lot of people that were Bernie people and they ran to Trump.
Yeah.
And Trump was like, yo, ven pa' acá, ven conmigo.
Yeah.
Te lo digo.
Yeah. And that could have worked. That could have worked. It could have been, a different scale argument that we would be having. We would be arguing about immigration. We'd be arguing about other things like free healthcare, free education. That would have been the discussion, I feel, if Bernie would have won.
Yeah.
If Bernie would have had the opportunity to actually... Pero Bernie did something también que all of these motherfuckers, I don't trust none of them.
Como que?
There was something, I forget specifically what it was, that there was a time for every congressman to vote or senator to vote. And da la casualidad que he didn't show up that day. And because he didn't show up that day, something passed that was like not supposed to pass if he was there. And he was a front runner against this thing. Pero that particular day, he did not show up to vote.
¿Y cuál fue?
I don't remember. We're going to have to look it up later, but I'm telling you, all of these dudes, man, all of these dudes, por más bueno que sea. Pero going back to the Mandani thing, that proved that people have power still. ¿Verdad? De que if you're a New Yorker, you have the power to decide your mayor. You have the power. And the motherfucker started quick. No, I told you, free childcare, that shit's happening.
Sí.
Like 8 days later, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Puerto Rico, we were talking about Puerto Rico, has the power to select their politicians just like that, to select their mayor, to select their government. And we still continue to make bad decisions. Por eso es que a mí me da pena y a la misma vez, jódanse. Porque ustedes quieren verse jodidos. Siguen haciendo la misma pendejada.
Sí, porque... Pero yo sé, I think that's such a tricky one. The one in Puerto Rico is such...
It's upsetting.
It's very upsetting, but it's like, it's so extreme, the two sides. It's like, if one wants state, the other one wants independence.
But that's the problem. The ones that want independence, they're not the bigger other side. The bigger other side is stay the same. Stay Estado Libre Asociado. A state that's free but associated. That doesn't make sense. A state, Puerto Rico es un estado libre asociado. Eso, así que se dice.
Así que se dice.
Y eso no tiene sentido. Un estado que es libre pero asociado. Puerto Rico jamás ha sido libre. Era libre antes de los españoles. Los taínos eran los únicos que eran libres en Puerto Rico. Desde que Puerto Rico es un Puerto Rico, no ha sido libre.
Wow.
It's insane. It's insane. People are afraid to make decisions. They're afraid to vote with their minds, with their logic. They always vote because mami y papi votaron así, pues yo voy a votar.
Yo voy a votar así. And that's the only... Damn.
I know.
Do you think it's like, so it's basically like what you said before, is it falta de educación?
And falta de educación, and Puerto Rico is funded federally. ¿Verdad? Pero Puerto Rico pays a lot of that money back, pays more of what they get.
Claro.
Same as California.
Like the
right?
Jones Act.
But the problem is, ¿verdad? Que it's covered in bullshit. De que, oh no, Puerto Rico doesn't have property taxes. That doesn't exist. It does exist. It's just not as crazy as it is here. Se llama crimen en Puerto Rico. Y Puerto Rico, el crimen anual tuyo puede ser $100. It could be $150. So it's different. ¿Verdad? It's like, that's not property tax over here. Property tax is fucking crazy.
No.
It's insane. Pero Puerto Rico paga a lot of taxes with the corporations that they get.
Oh.
People. So it's the minimum wage in Puerto Rico is still like $8, $10, something que tú te queda. In Puerto Rico, the prices of a house is the same as over here. So how the fuck can a Puerto Rican afford a house?
No, that's impossible. That's how a lot of Americans are moving over there.
It's impossible.
It's like they're selling the land to Americans. Does it feel like that's what's happening with the government that's going on right there?
1,000%.
Bruh.
1,000% with this fucked up governor that we have right now. Yeah, she's literally changing laws around so that projects can be built on sacred land. It's not sacred, but it's
like the national parks.
Yes. Ecologically protected.
I wonder what's gonna happen now, bro. Like, especially like, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know how you feel about this, but I know there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that want the independence, and I think there's a part of me. I don't know much about Puerto Rico. Man, I'm not the right guy to say it, but I'm like, what would cool to Puerto Rico be? And I heard that back then that Puerto Rico was trying to be independent.
Yeah.
And they try to make like Caribbean union between Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Dominican Republic. I'm like, that would have been dope as shit.
That's why the Puerto Rican flag and the Cuban flag are similar.
Yeah.
It was actually designed initially por un venezolano. Un venezolano en Nueva York. Un venezolano en Nueva York hizo una bandera y Cuba, esta es la bandera de nosotros, porque la bandera se supone que representara la revolución. y Puerto Rico en solidaridad, como que, oh, we're with you. So we're going to have the same type of flag, but we're just going to change the colors. That all went to shit, though. Tú sabes, that all went to shit con los Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos trató en Cuba, hizo lo que hizo en Dominican Republic y se quedó con Puerto Rico. Se quedó con las Filipinas también.
I see.
Tú sabes.
Yeah. Like, they went to DR, killed a whole bunch of Dominicans, put labor camps in there, and installed the government. You know, I think that's when they installed Trujillo.
Yep.
And whatnot. And
then when he was too high on power, they took him down.
They took him out.
They put another one in.
Yeah.
And they're very invested in the politics over there right now.
They're very, and they put a military base over there.
Yep. They're looking to have all of the territories, the beautiful landscapes to be sold to who? La gente de acá, or Europeans that they like. Anyone that has billions of dollars in the bank so that they can control them.
So it's almost as if history repeats itself.
It's funny because I think in order for history to repeat itself, it has to stop. It's never stopped.
It's never stopped.
Nope.
Yeah. So it's like it's continuous.
It's like we're still in the same shit. Like nada cambiado.
I feel like we like right now, especially in the United States of America, we're going backwards, right? In the sense that before, like I felt like we were progressing in a way, like unity, toda esa mierda. But I'm like this shift on everybody that's minorities are bad, gay people are bad. Like Latinos are bad, and I'm afraid of what's gonna happen in the future because we're talking about now. They're talking about going door to door. A white woman was just killed, right? And for them to be like, oh no, esto fue ya se lo buscó. That's scary to me.
That's a test.
Yeah, let's see how far can we go. I think
that's a test, and we failed.
Yeah, and this is only 1 year. We're a year in.
Barely. Yeah. What was it? January 15th when it started? Yeah.
What do you think about all of this, Norberto?
I think it makes me mad, but at the same time, I think I'm mad. I'm mad at the government. I'm mad at the Trump administration, Christino, everybody in power, right? And I think we still got to raise alarm bells about what's going on, what's happening, and how people can protect themselves and all that stuff. But I think I'm mad at our people, at our community, because we allowed for it to happen.
And we still allowed it to happen.
Somos burros. Somos pendejos. And they want to keep us in that position de ser pendejos so that way we can always just, they can come after our votes. And I think that's part of the thing. The thing about the Trump administration is that none of this is a surprise.
Yeah.
None of this came out of nowhere, right?
No.
Oh, he lied to us. He didn't lie to us.
No.
He told us exactly what he was going to do. The largest mass deportation in American history, and he's carrying it out. He wrote a whole book about it called Project 2025.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not him, apparently.
Apparently,
he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah,
just the people that he surrounds himself with wrote the book. So there was a game plan that told us exactly what they wanted to do. And guess what? They're doing
They're doing exactly.
Pero nosotros somos los pendejos for believing that we would get something different with this administration after they were already in charge of the country once.
Yeah. La gente como le dio amnesia, how it was the first time around. They were like, oh, shit. But I think he learned what he learned. And this time around is no bullshit. It's like, okay, now.
He's like, I'm going to take over Greenland. Why? Because nobody's going to stop him.
Nobody's going to stop him. You think we're actually going to go to war with Greenland or what?
He's just going to take it.
You think he's going to just take it?
Yeah. He's pissed off that he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Did you read about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Y
la tipa fue para allá.
No. He's pissed that he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, and that's why he's pissed off at Greenland, at Denmark.
Yeah.
But like Norway's like, well, we don't have anything to do with this.
No way.
O sea, pero son como pendejada y media. Like, and that's the thing about it. We got a stupid government. And guess what? I'm just going to say, pendejos got him elected. Sorry.
They're not even good at what they're doing, though. Like, to be good at what you're doing, no one knows that you're doing it. Bush, Clinton, Trump had more... Obama had more deportations in a year than this motherfucker has.
Yeah.
Pasa que they didn't do it like this.
They didn't do it like this, no.
Because this is not about... It's not about what you see. It's about keeping people, the mind share. We were talking about it earlier. Like, most of the shit that we learn nowadays is while we're taking a shit.
Yeah.
While you're taking a shit, that when you're releasing, you're intaking information. And it's like all the information that you're intaking is that the streets are dangerous. It's that if the Latino gangs don't get you, the black people are gonna curse you out, or ICE is gonna get you, and don't get confused and have your papers on you. And oh my God, Iran, Venezuela, and I don't.
There's a lot going on all at
it's
once, and it's made like that for reasons to be chaotic. So you can't focus on one thing because there's so much things going on, and we're in a time period, bro, que hasta yo tengo miedo. Muchas veces yo llamo a mi mamá. Ahora you okay? Did anybody try to stop you? Did anybody try to talk to you? Anybody try to talk to you? Don't even talk to them. You have the right to remain silent. And especially if they hear your accent, tú te vas con todo el mundo. De una vez.
Yep.
Tú puedes enseñarle todos los papeles que tú quieras. They hear the accent, tú vas a estar...
We gotta check it out.
They're going to say your ass to El Salvador. They ain't even going to take you to the Dominican Republic.
That's crazy.
That's how it is. Because now, like, it's inhumane to even grab somebody and be like, I'm going to ship you to another country. Not to the country you came from.
Somewhere you don't know no one. You
don't know nobody.
You don't know the conditions.
I'm going to send you to Africa.
Yeah, I saw that one. And he voted for Trump. Good for him.
And he voted for Trump?
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that guy. Leave him in Africa. Yeah. Fuck him, bro. That's what you get. I think people have gotten away with saying crazy shit online.
Yeah.
Gotten away with, like, that's one thing that I have against, the main thing I got against Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan be talking all this shit now. Look at what they're doing in the streets. Look at, oh my God, he's crazy. You saw what he said?
You supported
Motherfucker,
this.
it's your fault.
It's your fault. You have the biggest...
It's your fault. You got the young kids to start thinking like, oh, this old guy's not that bad.
Yeah.
Do you listen to any fucking 80-year-old in the street? When an 80-year-old person talks to me, I'm like, sí, está bien, vete pa'l carajo. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But you're gonna vote for him? You want this guy to do business with the rest of the world for you? An 80-year-old?
Yeah.
Por favor, no.
I'm afraid for the next generation because I don't know,
they're terrified, man.
Yeah. The reason why is the next generation, I saw a picture, right? And there was this Nick Fuentes, there's all these red pill guys all together, Andrew Tate, the guy from Fresh and Fit, all hanging out around each other. They all took pictures together, all streamers, and they all are affecting the next generation of men, and the whole red pill content, and they're very right wing, and these are the ones that are affecting the next generation. So I'm very afraid of what comes after these people because they were hanging out, and I don't know if you heard about it. They went to Miami, and they went to a club. And they started playing anti-Semitic music, like the Heil Hitler, right?
Kanye song.
Kanye song. And they were blasting it in the club. Right? So these guys are still doing it. They're together, and they have a lot of influence. And they're influencing the next generation. And they also have a major part of why we at today.
Yeah. It's funny, pero you see... There has to be a segregation that happens between education and entertainment. And I think people are confusing people that are entertainers with educators. Tú no te puedes dejar informar. Cuando tú estás creciendo, who was famous back in the day? The Rock. Would you listen to The Rock when you were 13 years old if he told you who to vote for?
Probably.
Un problema. Tú eres parte del problema, ¿viste? The Rock could have said anything. Like, you can't say, and I'm going to kick your candy ass. And then
I loved The Rock back then.
Vote for this
Can
dude.
You smell?
Yeah. It's crazy. But it's insane. That's these people that you're talking about. I only know one of them, by the way, that you mentioned. Lo otro, yo no sé quién carajo son. Tate. Andrew Tate,
yeah.
The other ones I'm unaware. But if Andrew Tate tells me something, I'm like, dude, you're a clown. You say whatever the fuck.
Sí,
just
pero
to stay relevant.
They said it too. But what about these kids that look up to him?
Then it's the parents.
Is it really the parents?
Yeah, you got to teach.
Or is it social media?
You got both is the same thing. Your parents should control your social media.
You think so?
Up until a certain extent, fuck yeah, bro. I remember growing up in my town, and esto es un chiste que yo tengo de que Santa Isabel was on the news. The first time I ever heard my town on the news was because we had too many teenage pregnancies. Like, that's the first time that I heard my town.
Sounds very Puerto Rican.
Very Puerto Rican, bro. Very Puerto Rican. Santa Isabel, el pueblo de Puerto Rico, 78 municipalities in Puerto Rico. Y nosotros es el que tiene más chicas preñadas. And I'm like, fuck.
Ah, pues yo no voy para allá para que no me preñe.
Está cabrón. So, when you think about that, ¿a quién le cae eso? A los padres.
Es verdad, es verdad.
What are the parents doing that they're not teaching their daughters, hey, if you're going to have sex, which we all know you will, at least do it in a way where you don't end up pregnant, you know? Like, here's a condom, or take a plan B, or here's a, don't get pregnant pill. So many things that we could talk about. And not to mention that Puerto Rico is famous for the states doing experiments on their women on how not to have kids.
That's true. They injected women too, so they could become sterile.
Pero that's known now by you and me. Yo te garantizo que hay mujeres de 50 años en Puerto Rico que have no fucking idea that even happened.
Es verdad eso.
So es un problema de educación. You just come back to education. No hay una educación buena. No hay una educación buena. Y la junta, that's what I was saying earlier, la junta there's 7 or 8 motherfuckers that are appointed by the U.S. As a council that decides where the federal funds are going in Puerto Rico. And they decided that 50% of the educational fund is taken away.
¿Qué?
Porque nos quieren mantener como pendejos.
Como
Somos
estúpidos.
burros. Yeah, they're taking away funding across the board, not just in Puerto Rico. They took it away here, right? They're dismantling the Department of Education because they don't want us educated. They don't want us knowing the truth. They don't want us knowing our history. They're trying to erase Black history.
De verdad.
So it's like, so this is the reality. They don't want us knowing this information. They want us being brutos.
Sí, porque le beneficia. I was on ChatGPT and I said, can you draw any parallels of what happened in Germany to what's happening right now? And it drew like 10 parallels of what's happening. What happened then is happening now. Like, they did storm the Capitol. They went against academics. They destroyed literature, right? And they also use a minority to scapegoat, like the Jewish people. Like they're doing the minorities right now. They were in the United States, they're scapegoating the minorities and also gay folks, right? Yeah. So there's like, and I feel like a lot of people, like when they're hurting, they become more nationalistic, and then when you play to their emotion. When you play with people's emotions, there's no reasoning anymore.
It's easy to fuck with people's emotions. It's harder to fuck with what people know.
Yes.
So you just got to convince them that they know something that isn't true. And then, pop, perfect plan.
Because it's not about knowing the truth. It's not about knowing the facts. It's about being the most entertaining.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing. Always remember, Fox News is entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It's in court papers that it's not meant to be taken as news. It's meant to be taken as entertainment.
That's true.
Never forget that. And ultimately, again, like I always go back to pro wrestling because that's what it's about. Mm-hmm. It's about putting on a show. And Trump knows this better than anybody else. You don't have to say the facts. You don't have to say the truth. As long as you're entertaining, you can capture a whole audience. And that's the thing about it. It's easy to be able to tell the story. It's easier to paint the picture that your problems, what you're going through, is terrible, and it's all because of the immigrant. Because of them. It's all because of the trans person. And it's easy to paint that picture because it's the most entertaining one.
They're all gay.
You know, one thing that frustrates me is that, okay, the immigrants, they're using all the benefits. The immigrants are committing all these crimes, and they buying all the houses.
Yeah, it makes absolute...
Yeah, you can't get a house because of the immigrants. Like
the
what?
Immigrants are buying all the houses.
Who was it that said that? Was that young kid a lot?
It was freaking JD Vance.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
JD Vance said it in the debate. He said it that you're not able to get homes because of the immigrants.
Because of the immigrants.
And you're just
entonces they're crossing the border sin cuarto y comprando casas que we can't afford.
They're running away, literally with just one bag, and in that bag, $500,000 to buy a house. That's what they're doing. That's how it works. Yeah, but you can't trust a fucking word that guy says. Ese tipo dijo, I would never vote for Trump. Trump is this, and then pop, ahí al lado.
No, he's the one that called Trump a Nazi.
Like always remember that,
yeah.
bro.
Pero lo que yo no entiendo es que la gente vieron the whole thing what happened with Renee Good. Dispararon, mataron a esta mujer, and that same night they're all gaslighting, bro. Like the gaslight is like in your face. It's like don't believe your own eyes and ears.
And it worked.
And it worked. It works. Like that playbook, it works like a charm. The propaganda machine that they got is perfect.
It's sad. Eso es la gente. Nosotros somos el problema. We are the problem.
This is where I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm part of me is like tuned out in terms of what's going on in the politics, because after a while I'm just like, me da rabia.
Sí.
That I can't, like, we allowed for this to happen. This is the government that we deserve. And I think part of it is like, how many times do you have to be? I agree with your assessment that we need to educate people, but how much fucking education can one do with what we got? You can tell people the truth over and over and over again, tell them the facts over and over and over again, and they're still going to believe what they want to believe.
You got to be Netflix. You got to be Netflix. Matt Damon was talking to the piece of shit Joe Rogan, and he was explaining how Netflix reiterates in their movies the plot
over and over again because
they're on the phones.
Because people don't have the attention span.
So it's educating you on what is happening in the movie 1, 2, 3, 10 times in an hour and a half, just so that by the end of the movie, because let's be honest, if Netflix just wants you to push play, that's it. You push play, you could tune out on your phone. They still get the view.
Yeah.
But they want you to talk about the movie. So they need to reiterate the plot for you a lot. That's what Matt Damon doesn't say. Why is it important that I know what the fuck the movie's about? I've seen 10,000 bad movies growing up. Y yo no sé de qué carajo eran. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Because they want you to talk about it. So if you want people to talk about shit, you literally have to hit them over the head every fucking day. Esto es lo que está pasando, todavía está pasando, lo que pasó ayer va a pasar hoy. ¿Te acuerdas que mataron a la blanca? La van a matar a otro, mañana te pueden matar a ti. You gotta keep reiterating it. And that's why the Democrats suck. Porque ni eso pueden hacer. Ni hacer un video diario pueden hacer. Eso llora ante los ojos de Dios. Que tú tienes la tecnología desde tu casa, cabrón. ¿Cómo se? Gavin Newsom, AOC, quien carajo sea. Do every fucking day. Get on it. Every day. Get on it.
I do see AOC get on.
She got to get on more.
You think so?
1,000%.
It's also not entirely, like, because she's on. But the thing is, it's not entirely on her shoulders.
On her, yeah.
It's got to be everybody.
It shouldn't be, yes. It shouldn't be, yes. And another thing is that if you look at who owns media companies right now, it's all that side.
It's all that side. They dominating.
So you're competing with Fox. You're competing with Disney. You're competing with Paramount or whoever the fuck it is. All of them. You're competing with all of them. So you gotta be very Latino. You gotta be loud. You gotta be out there.
Lo que me da miedo es sí que yes, ellos they own everything, right? Y lo que está en that side. Pero coño, para uno combatir algo así, you gotta be extra, or it has to be like right now. It's like it's so. How can you educate people when people don't have the attention span?
You gotta risk your life. You really do. You gotta risk your life. I've had this conversation with my wife. She's afraid because, my wife is not about what I do. Like she doesn't get into politics with people. She doesn't have hard conversations. She is very much a let's have a good time type of person.
Yeah, and I'm that type of person too.
I know, but those good times can end if we don't change what's coming. That's my view. Her view is she's going to rock this boat until it sinks. And I'm like, that's cool, but I think I could patch up the boat a little bit.
Do something. Instead of stand by. There's a lot of people back in Germany that stood by and do nothing. They saw everything happen.
Most of them did.
Most of them.
That's why it happened.
And they didn't believe what was going on. They're like, no. Ellos no está quemando gente in the concentration camps. Eso no está pasando.
It's you have to risk your life. They killed Martin Luther King, isn't it today? Martin Luther King Day. They shot him. Why was he shot? They shot fucking Malcolm X, Albizu Campo, which is Puerto Rican, was a lawyer, studied in Harvard, and to travel from Puerto Rico to Harvard back in those days, era en barco. So you really wanted to get smart. You know, like, porque tú me dices a mí que tú tienes que estar en un barco 3 meses para estudiar. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. Yo me quedo acá donde no tengo que montarme en un barco. But he did everything that he had to do in order to become smart. And then as soon as he came back to Puerto Rico, he's like, motherfuckers, I think we need to be free. I think this is not right. And he formed the Nationalist Party, which has a terrible name. Tú sabes, nacionalista.
Sí.
Pero he was right. And what did the states do? They didn't kill him. This is before the killings started. They put him in jail. And they did experiments on him. And they filled him up with lo que le hacen a lo chemotherapy, radiation.
¿Qué?
Radiation. So he spent 50 years of his life in jail or some crazy shit. Most of his life he was in jail. That's insane.
That's
all because he was speaking against, hey, let these people have everything. Listen to them.
What I'm afraid of, right? And you know, and I'm all about activism, right? We saw this woman, and she was killed. In my perspective, right? And I'm pretty sure it's in our perspective.
The reality, yeah.
Reality. It was an execution. To me, it's an execution. When you have the whole government going out and saying that she's a domestic terrorist after seeing something like that, what would they say about us? You see what I'm saying? If it's so easy to turn and paint your narrative and people will believe that.
They like, here's the thing. I'm in my pessimism era right now where I'm like, I'm tuned out. And I think part of it is like, you're right. You got to keep the drumbeat going. You got to consistently say things over and over again and educate people over and over again. But I'm tired. I think part of me is also like, we've been going through this since 2016.
That's the part of the plan, though.
And then of course it is, and it's working.
And it's working.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But I think even before what happened to this person where she was executed and they started calling her domestic terrorism, they've been calling Latinos
Domestic
rapists, drug dealers, every word under the sun at this point. And we've been telling people, Latinos, like, hey, look what they're calling us. They're accusing, Haitians of eating the dogs, of eating the cats, when that never happened. They throw every lie at us. Nosotros lo creemos de todas maneras. And I think part of me, for me, for one, like, I'll come back around because I know myself. It's a dip. But there's a time where even in activist circles, I'm like, I'm tired. And I'm tired of our government not doing anything. I'm tired of Democrats not doing anything, of being fucking cobardes and not doing absolutely. Right now, they're unheard of. But guess what? We got midterms coming up, and suddenly they're going to come out of the woodwork.
They're going to come out of the woodwork. Pero van a hacer algo para uno. Eso es lo que importa. Pero la gente perdieron la fe con esa gente. Nos robaron las lesiones. ¿Tú te lo digo?
Yo perdí la fe. I think that's where I'm at. Estoy deprimido y perdí la fe.
Perdiste la fe, eso fue.
Sí.
Para decirte la verdad, we're comedians, right? And I'm a lot of times, I go on stage and I talk about politics, right? And I haven't seen your set yet. Do you talk about politics on set?
100%.
How do you feel about, don't you feel like a little like you're uneasy about it, or like
I get mad. I'm on stage and I will look out the people that are in disagreement on something that I said that is just true. Because I don't like to start out with the joke. I like to start out with the truth and then lead you into what's funny about it.
Yeah.
And if I see that you don't agree with the truth, I call it out. I'm like, look at this white dude over here. He don't believe like esto pasó. It's
Sí.
The fuck? What reality? What dimension are you from, motherfucker? what reality are you living?
Yeah.
Bien sencillo para mí. That's what I do. So I don't condone the whole take it easy, stop. I would like to stop, but then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna let another motherfucker decide what's gonna happen in my life, what's gonna happen in what's gonna happen in the world. I can't do it.
Yeah, and that's where I struggle at. Where I struggle at is like how can I not talk about the elephant in the room? Right? I wonder, I'm feeling a certain way. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are feeling it. Or they're also in their own little world living a happy life, but at the same time, my people are being hunted. Right? How can I just go out there and not talk about what's going on to my community?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Especially when I have the microphone and I'm on stage.
Yeah.
Right?
You're responsible.
There's a responsibility. Even in doing the podcast. I would love to just do a podcast of us shooting the shit, joking around, laughing around. But that's also comes from a place of privilege.
I think it's a balance. It's a delicate balance. It's a conversation that I have when I'm socializing, which isn't a lot. I can't do it porque la gente me saca por techo, ¿verdad? Pero for every conversation that a person wants to have about sports, that you want to have about cars, that you want to have about a TV show, you have to have one about politics. You have to have one about how you're making money, how you're making it, how you can help others. Like, what did you see that I didn't see? How can I get to where you got? Like, let's help each other out.
Yeah.
If all we're talking about is escapism, if that's all pues yo no quiero estar en ese room. I don't want to be in that room. What the fuck am I going to do there? I could just talk to myself in the fucking mirror if I want you to have the same opinions that I have. That's stupid. What the fuck are we doing? Don't talk to me about LeBron James. He sucks. I prefer Michael Jordan. Fuck LeBron. He ruined the game of basketball with all the fucking flopping. I don't give a fuck about the most recent Netflix movie. You saw it. I saw it. Okay, we saw it. Cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. It's not about anything important.
Are you into sports?
No, not at all.
Me neither.
I was into sports as a kid. Then I grew up.
Yeah, what about you?
I follow sports.
What sport do you follow?
So back in the day, I used to follow soccer a lot. Fútbol mexicano specifically, right? And then from there, I kind of evolved. See, I follow pro wrestling. That's what I like.
The soap opera.
I like my soap opera.
Does that even?
Like
that doesn't count. That doesn't count as a sport.
Yes, there is.
That's acting.
It's real to me.
That's acting. That's acting.
I think escapism is important though. And I'm under the belief that it's not mutually exclusive. It's not politics or whatever entertains us. No, I think they all live in the same realm, and I think it's important to also know that. And I also think it's important that sometimes I'm a big believer in taking breaks. I know it's not everybody's viewpoint, but I'm a big believer that sometimes we got to unplug because it gets overwhelming. And it takes us into some very dark places if we don't take a break and look after ourselves. In order for us to continue the fight of what's going to happen in the future, we have to be able to be mentally there and physically there. So therefore, I'm okay with escapism.
But
in its moments.
It's hard to unplug, bro. Like I try to unplug. On Sunday, I turned off my phone, and then I turned it on 4 to 5 times.
Why'd you do it?
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Because it was. It's not that there was a why. It just happened. It's just automatic. It was just, estoy prendiendo el fucking teléfono para ver
tener más disciplina.
¿Tú crees que eso es fácil?
Well, how do you guys
escape? Tú pagas el teléfono el día entero.
Sí, también.
Ay, mentiroso.
Sí.
Ese ni
Yo
se
lo
la
hago.
cree. Tú pagas el teléfono.
Sí.
El día entero tú pasas sin el teléfono.
Yeah.
Tú le crees a este.
I don't know. Anything's possible, but I never do it.
You never do it. Can you turn off the phone?
I can, but I don't see why I would. I think it's dangerous to have that disconnect.
It's dangerous. Pero nosotros vivimos sin teléfono antes.
Yeah, y vivimos sin muchas cosas antes. Hoy en día, you can't go back. That's the thing. We can't go back. We can't pretend like what exists doesn't exist. I can't do it. Yeah. I just can't.
There is a difference though of taking the time to disconnect from time to time. There's a difference between that y vivir desconectado.
Off the grid.
Yeah. Like living off the grid, can't do that. But I also think it's important for self-preservation is important. Finding joy in what we love about what's happening in society is important. Finding the people that make us feel better is important.
You got to find the reason why you want to fight for sure. You always need that reason.
Absolutely.
Pero the problem is that escapism has taken an avenue into what isn't supposed to be escapism. You mentioned how Fox isn't news, right? So if it's not news, what is it?
It's entertainment.
And what is entertainment? Escapism. It's literally changing the reality, making it saucier, giving an anchorman's opinion. And he, puts a little color of words on it. And all of a sudden, instead of back in the day, 90s, a woman got shot by an ICE agent and she was about to be detained. Here's the footage.
Yeah.
That was journalism. That was the news. Now, this white woman that was a lesbian and she was with her wife, giving you all this context so that you can already get an opinion about
So
the
you got
woman.
dehumanize.
Right? We're already escaping reality.
Yeah.
None of this is what actually happened. This is like her life story now. And this agent that was fighting for our country and following the law, and he has total immunity because he was selected. And it's like he shot her in the face after she tried to run him over with the car.
3 shots.
After we get all of this information, here is the video.
Here's the video, ¿verdad? Yeah.
Wait a second. Is this news or you telling me what I'm seeing? ¿Qué está pasando?
But I think that's why it's also important to be aware and conscious of the entertainment that we're consuming, and aware of the escapism that we are consuming. This is not, again, that's why I'm saying it's not like politics and escapism is not mutually exclusive. There's not a big wall dividing each one. No, even when I'm watching whatever Netflix thing I'm looking at, I am looking at through the lens of somebody who is living in a very weird time right now, in a very oppressive time in 2026. There's no way to escape that. Nevertheless, I still find the things that make me happy. I still go out and enjoy stuff.
Also,
I do things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, we cannot also be 24/7 stuck to the phone.
This is not normal.
Looking at all of the terrible things that are
That's
happening in the world right now.
At once. Eso es que mataron a alguien. Le dispararon a otro. Ice Agent mató a couple el otro día. Que ahora están en Nueva York.
And on top of that, there's a mass shooting.
There's a mass. But on top of that, there's a mass
Yeah,
shooting.
there's a mass shooting. There's another mass shooting.
Is it really or
Y
not?
si no es eso, es Venezuela. Si no es eso, es Greenland.
¿Tú entiendes? Entonces, eso no es normal para nosotros como humanos consumir tanta vaina.
Todavía.
It's important to know about it. Don't get me wrong. It is important to know about it.
It's important to know,
It's important to be informed about these things. But I also think along with all of that, it's important to find escapism, responsible escapism, and things that keep us happy and wanting to find the little things in life that keep us moving forward.
I also feel like we replace hanging out with our friends, right, with this, right? Yeah. Like I was walking the other day, I was walking home and I was thinking about my boy, bro. Like I grew up in this neighborhood, and every single time I had my friends, every time I came from California or wherever I came from, my friends were here. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And all of that has been replaced with a cell phone. I was walking home and I was like, man, if there was no cell phones and I had no social media, them guys would have been in my house right now. Mm-hmm. Everybody would have been in my house when we would have been chilling, drinking, hablando vaina, saying stories. ¿Te recuerdas cuando esto pasó? ¿Te recuerdas cuando eso pasó? None of that, bro. I get home y yo estoy en el maldito teléfono because I'm getting the same dopamine that I was going to get with hanging out with my friends. I replaced that with this phone. Que no me da esa satisfacción. I'm not creating memories. ¿Sabes por qué? Because once I get on that motherfucker, and the moment that I get out, I don't remember anything that I just saw.
That happens, yeah, it's true.
Así es. But that's the world that we live in. So now how do we change that?
How can you tell a crackhead? It's like telling a crackhead, yeah, you're going to keep this crack in your pocket, but don't smoke it.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think it's just everything has been crumbled apart, man. La sociedad como tal. Pero at the same time, I think...
I wonder how much of that is algorithm.
A lot of it. But we got to stop thinking we're special. I think we have this problem that we grew up on... Already the media was taking over cuando nosotros éramos chiquitos, Nickelodeon and Blue's Clues, Mr. Rogers, and you're special, and we ain't special.
I'm a little special.
You gotta make yourself special. You gotta make the decision, man.
Yo lo siento en mi corazón.
Sí.
Eso me lo dijo Blue's Clues.
Ese es el problema, le creíste, ¿viste? Man, we gotta make the decision to do special things. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's hard. Y la gente no quiere aceptar eso. Everyone's like, millennials especially, we're like, oh, we've lived through so much. And we're only, in our 30s or 40s. And it's like, yeah, but we didn't live through a war where they would literally call your name on the TV and then, boop. Next day you out.
Yeah, drafting you.
We didn't live through that shit.
We didn't live through that.
We didn't live through the plague and there
Or
was
polio.
no vaccine and nothing. Just
Yeah.
don't touch people.
Yeah.
Don't go out.
Yeah.
We didn't live through that. We had a phone while we were in the place. And that made us addicted. That whole COVID 2020, for a year, we weren't able to interact. So that upped the fucking, like the dopamine, like the addiction. It just got set to level 1000.
Yeah.
Because there was no interaction. You weren't allowed to do it. And then to get back into the rhythm de que, voy a verme con el pana. Sí, pero ya yo me acostumbré los viernes por la tarde estar en la casa, tomarme un vino y estar en el teléfono, hacerle. You got used to that shit. It rearranged our system. No one talks about COVID in what it was. Everyone, Fauci, the vaccine, que si la gente, but what about everything else? The social implementations that happen. Nadie habla de eso.
The isolation, the everything.
The work from home.
Work from home.
That was how was that even an argument? Like, we got to get people back to the offices. If they were able to do everything from the house,
why would they want to go back to the office?
What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe you need to hire another person that you need to do something that requires their hands. But if that person was doing an excellent job from home, why do you wanna make this person quit now all of a sudden? ¿Qué está pasando? It's just this thing, the whole ICE thing, de que vamos a tener la gente con miedo. You're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be comfortable. You're gonna cancel your Netflix.
This is very interesting. And how can you change something that is such a major part of society now? Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you guys feel that, like, a lot of times when somebody be like, yo, let's hang out, I'm like, yo me quiero quedarme en casa, y me da una ansiedad del diablo. You ever been out with friends and you're thinking about, damn, I could have been home?
It's true.
Like, that's.
Here's the thing. I think that's also con edad. Like, we're getting older.
You think that comes with?
I think that comes with age also. Like, and I think I know a lot of people, especially like late 30s, early 40s, that start thinking about, like, I'd rather be home and taking a nap. And that's the thing about it. Like, I think that comes with age. But I also think it's on us. It's our responsibility to kind of counteract that. To be, you know what? If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna have the energy to go out. That means I gotta work out more so that I can have more energy. So therefore, I have to have the responsibility for myself to uplift myself. And I think that's part of the thing that we have control of. We can't be, no nos podemos estancar tampoco. Like, we can't be like, I kept thinking like this, ya estoy viejo, pues ya me voy a dormir a las 10 de la noche. And I'm like, no. This is as young as we're gonna be. We might as well take advantage of it, because otherwise we're going to our grave.
Loco, cuando uno no tiene energía,
se te hace difícil.
Mi hermano puede venir hasta Samahaya y tú no. Bueno, no sé.
Espérate.
Me pasé ahí.
Te mandaste. Espérate, cógelo con take it easy. Cógelo con take it easy.
No. Pero cuando se te mete ese cansancio, bro, you like, I'm gonna do this and that. Y cuando se te mete ese cansancio, it's so easy to be like.
Yeah, but I
and
also,
that's what we have to fight against.
That's what we gotta fight against.
I think it's also no queremos salir por las conversaciones también. There's a lot of people that are full of shit, right? And on that phone, the algorithm is set up to validate your full of shitness. So you get more full of shit, the more shit you see on your phone. And then you don't want to have a conversation with the person that you know is already full of shit. Y tú puñeta, voy a salir con esta, y va a estar este cabrón allí, y me va a querer hablar de esta pendejada, y no puedo tener la conversación porque la esposa ya me dijo que no hable de esta pendejada, y ahora este cabrón me va a encojonar. I don't want to go. Yeah. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah.
Y eso no es ansiedad. That's not anxiety. That's me just not wanting to put myself in an uncomfortable situation that I already know is going to happen. A mí me importa un carajo que vaya a pasar. And most of the time, it happens anyway. Y yo voy a decir lo que voy a decir. No importa quién carajo esté, ¿verdad? And it's an argument that I'm going to have later with my wife. Pero I think it's that. I think it's that too. De que las amistades... I think we were raised with people, right? And you don't know how smart your friends are when you're a kid or how dumb they are. You don't even think about that shit. Vamos a jugar baloncesto. Let's grab a drink later on in life. What girl are you with? What girl am I with? Oh, shit, you did that. Chévere. Then there comes a time where you got to get serious in life. And we kind of stay when we see the friends and we're still talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
Now we replace the let's go out and play basketball to let's talk about basketball players.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about all the women that we were potential. Let's talk about our women and complain about the shit that they do that we don't like. And it's like we gotta elevate the conversations a little bit.
Can I ask you a question?
I like that.
Do you and your wife still make new friends in this day and age?
Yes and no. It's I wouldn't say friends because we haven't gotten to that point. We make a lot of acquaintances because my wife would make more friends if she wasn't with me. And this is something that I tell her. Like
What the hell does that mean?
It means that she's more easygoing. She's more agreeable. She's not going to argue if you say something wrong. She's just going to be like, sí.
Tú le llamas la atención. You're the opposite.
I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What the fuck you mean? Like if someone was to come at me and say something, which happens a lot, just to put it in a context that is friendly about a movie, a lot. That movie that came out that was very right wing with Jim Caviezel, the guy that played Jesus Christ in The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, the dude the
one that saves all the kids.
Yeah. They save the kids.
The Sound of Freedom.
Sound Freedom.
The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, Sound of Freedom. Yeah.
Puñeta, todavía me funciona la mente.
God
Café
damn.
está bueno. It worked. People talking about that movie. When I was having conversations about that movie when it came out, and people be like, "No, this movie's amazing. It's great," and it shows like the Democrats and it's you need the white people to go in there and save the kids, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, what the fuck are you talking about? Normally the pedos, what color they?
Blanquito.
And if you have one that's brown, because that's another thing. We got to change the conversation. No podemos hacernos que los latinos somos santos.
No,
we have to agree.
Claro.
Pero cuando es brown, ¿verdad? O cuando es negro, he abused one. He abused one, and that kid or that girl, they said it immediately because los latinos hablamos demasiado. So someone's going to know. A menos que sea un priest, but that's another conversation. So that gets cut out immediately.
Yeah.
Tú no me puedes decir que los blanquitos son mejores. Tú sabes de que, son los necesarios. They're the saviors of the world. That's that white savior shit. So even in the escapism, te lo meten ahí como que the propaganda.
The propaganda,
tú sabes.
yeah.
And I can agree with that. My wife, she'd be like, I haven't seen it. Y se acabó.
I can't help but argue. I cannot help but argue.
You guys watched it?
I had to. I had to argue.
It's dumb. It's
so
brainwashed.
stupid.
It's propaganda.
It's propaganda, ain't it?
And the thing is, anybody who came up to me being like, "You have to watch it," I'm like, "No, I don't."
Wait. So the movie's about like what? Like
it's about a guy that existed that was an agent, and all the stories that he said about kids that he saved and how he did missions, blah blah, all of it was fact checked. 90% of it bullshit.
No way.
What happens in the movie? 1,000% bullshit.
¿Qué?
Pero again, you tell these people anything and they will not Google
nothing.
Nada.
They don't care.
It's just like, this is real, based on a true story.
And when in the movie that they paint people of color as the abusers.
Yeah.
What?
The thing is, this movie
country?
was sold out in a lot of movie theaters. But what was happening was there were churches that were buying up all the seats so that way they can give it to their congregation.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you couldn't find a ticket.
Yeah. And so that's the thing about it. Like, people would be like, this movie sold out everywhere. And it got like major box office numbers. But it's because people were straight up buying the entire theater. And there would be videos of people going into Sound of Freedom to be like, let's see how packed it is. And because it says you cannot get a ticket.
On paper, it's sold out.
On paper, it's sold out. Then they walk in and it's empty.
No hay nadie. Yeah.
But it's,
Some movies still do that shit. I go to the movies a lot. When I tell you a lot, I go at least once a week. Like,
you got the AMC thing.
I got the A-list, yeah. I go. I'm in there, bro.
¿Tú tienes esa vaina también?
I love it.
It
pays itself off.
Yes, it does.
It pays itself off.
Yes, it does.
If you go to the movies a lot.
It's $20 a month?
25.
25?
25, but one movie ticket, depending on the theater, could be $10 to $25 to $30.
This
Here,
shit's
AMC IMAX, I think it's like
The
$30.
IMAX. Yeah. Keep in mind,
get in there for the
Columbus, no, the one that, oh my God, Lincoln Center. The Lincoln Center IMAX, the biggest IMAX in the United States.
No way.
And possibly the world, yeah.
Yeah, this turned into a little propaganda.
Hey, AMC wants to,
sponsorship. Yeah, sponsorship.
We're talking about escapism.
I'm gonna go get it.
I think it's important to. I'm a cinema freak. I love movies, and I think it's important to go and watch them at the movie theater because it just gives you a different feeling. And sometimes I hate that feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Hay veces que yo estoy en el cine, estoy viendo una película de miedo. Y una cabrona se asusta, and I missed the next line. And it's like, that was the whole plot. Like, I missed it. Porque esa cabrona está gritando, That shit happens, but it's still an experience, That motivates me to go and watch it again or to buy it when it comes out.
It also helps you disconnect.
Yes, it does.
I saw Marty Supreme.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I did.
Well, don't give anything away. I haven't watched it, but what would you like about it?
The whole movie is chaotic. I love how chaotic. I love how everything, the music score, everything. It was like 2 hours and a half, and I didn't even feel like 2 hours and a half. You know what? It felt nostalgic. It felt like, oh, this is what I used to love about movies. Yeah. Coming to the movies, I don't know. A lot of the movies nowadays is like, oh, let's walk here and let's talk for 3 hours, and Batman staring at little boys, right?
That's crazy. But can we just stop and talk about how crazy Batman staring at little boys?
Yeah,
fuck movies you be watching.
Don't act like you ain't see the last Batman with Robert Pattinson standing there staring at a little boy.
True. It was weird.
The little boy was like, "What the fuck is wrong with Batman? What the fuck?"
That movie was weird. I don't understand why
it was so weird.
I don't understand it.
I think it's about me. I'm like, bitch, the whole fucking board is your picture. Of course, it's about you.
It was a little weird.
And then and the chief of police had the audacity to be like, "You don't say."
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
The dumbest fucking detectives ever, bro. He could not figure a fucking thing out. Oh, the greatest detective in the world couldn't figure out the La Rata Alada. I remember that shit. It's like, what does he mean? And it's like, bitch,
no.
A bird. Like, what? He's
bro, the bird. No, the first riddle he couldn't get it. He was like, lie still. What does a dead congressman?
I don't remember.
Yeah, what is a dead something? But what happens after a dead congressman or whatever? They said Batman still lie. Yeah, bro. And then that's when the chief of police was like, "Oh, I think that's what it is." I'm like, "These
Dos pendejos.
Bro.
Dos pendejos.
Bro.
It's me at 15 years old trying to figure out how to pay for groceries.
Bro.
Dos pendejos.
Yo quería matarlo.
Dos pendejos.
No, I went with it. I loved it. It was so great.
No,
that's the thing about it's easy for me to suspend, my disbelief. Yeah, because for me, I'm like, no, yeah. Oh my God, I still lie. Oh look, that's so right, Batman. I will buy into it.
They made
anything I will buy into the narrative.
Him, bro. They
made the movie for me.
He watches wrestling. He'd be like, oh no.
I will buy
right there.
I will buy the story that you're selling me.
No.
Yeah, because I choose to buy. Keep that in mind. Because I choose to buy this plot point that you're selling me. Is it full of plot holes? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? For the second that I'm here, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Then you might enjoy Marty Supreme. I saw Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a very entertaining movie that by the end of it, I didn't give a fuck. Cause and then after I saw it, I kept on thinking about how Timothée Chalamet promoted it. On top of the Sphere in Las Vegas, he says, this is an American movie and it's coming to American cinemas and you gotta watch it on Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, I'm gonna watch it on Christmas. And I went Christmas Day, I saw Marty Supreme. I was like, okay, cool, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is a Jewish movie that came out on Christmas. What the fuck are you talking about?
It is a Jewish movie.
It's a
Jewish movie.
Like, what are you talking about?
But it's a fire-ass Jewish movie. I ain't gonna lie.
This is a good Jew movie, but like, why are we lying? What?
He's promoting. Hey, you can't blame him.
Yeah, but Timothy, let's be honest, because the Jewish aspect of it is very prominent. Like at a moment in the movie, he says something about Hitler and how he's like he's what Hitler would hate in a Jewish person.
Ooh, yeah, I like
He
that.
says that to an interviewer from something, and he's over there. I don't know where the fuck they're at. In
That was
Poland
badass.
or something. And it's like, cool. So you're Jewish then. You're not even representing the states right now. Like that's what you're doing right now. Okay, cool. But then the motherfucker said American movie, espérate. And then how they live is very like poor Jewish community, working at a shoe place.
Yeah.
His uncle Jewish and very tacaño con el dinero. Like, give me the money, and he stole the money. It's like, okay, why are you trying to fuck with my mind? What is happening? And then you go into the politics, and how much money do we give to Israel? And it's like, espérate, puñeta. So everyone's in on it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Even in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
So Sinners is a better movie than Pal Carajo. That's the
I
conversation.
like Sinners, but I really like Marty Supreme.
I don't blame you. It's an entertaining movie.
They're both. One could say that they're both American movies.
They're both American
because
movies.
they are both American.
He is
movies.
representing America.
It is an American. What is quote unquote the American experience in your mind?
I think that the movie shows like the possibilities of what an American can accomplish if he dreams big. That it does.
Yeah.
But I think that given the family aspect that they're showing and the connects that they're showing for you to how to get ahead in life is a very Jewish story.
But does it take place in the United States?
Half of it does. Half of it takes place in Japan Japan.
No, and I think
Japan.
first is UK and then Japan. But the majority of the movie is in the United States.
I don't know.
That's an American movie by
That's
itself.
an American movie. He was representing America.
But he goes to another country, to two other countries.
Representing America.
Sinners happens in the South.
Yeah.
And it stays in the South.
And Sinners was really good too.
Yeah, and I don't want to do this comparison like which movie is better. They're both different movies.
Yeah.
They're both different in nature and what they're talking about. But Sinners wasn't marketed as an American movie and then goes to another place. Although it is an American movie and it's fantasy with vampires, but take the vampires to the side and replace them with the Klan like they do at the end, and you don't have to change a lot of the story. Change the people that become vampires for people that bought in the propaganda and they started being yes master. It's the same fucking shit, ¿verdad? That's the beauty of the movie. Como que you don't have to be a vampire in order to believe that that's better. ¿No me entiende? Because by the end of it, La Chinita, she fucked everything up. She called them in. You don't remember?
Oh yeah,
she fucked everything up.
She fucked everybody up.
She fucked.
But they needed that.
They didn't need that.
They need that for the climax.
Oh yeah, for the movie, for the movie aspect, they did. Yeah, they needed La Chinita.
We would have had La Chinita.
But they would have survived the night if they didn't invite the motherfuckers in.
There would have been a movie.
That's true. Well, different movie. You're right. You're not wrong.
It's true.
But I think, I'm always thinking like, oh my God.
No, this motherfucker walked out of the movie. ¿Por qué esa china?
Yeah. I was mad at that bitch, bro. I was so mad.
But that's her daughter, man.
Yeah, but her daughter was in no danger.
She doesn't know that. And that's the thing about it. I sympathize. At first, I was like, "Oh," and just like everybody else in the movie theater when she invited them in. Everybody's like, "No." In hindsight, I kind of take a look back and it's like, I feel for her. Did she make the right move? No, but I feel for her. I sympathize with that character because that's her daughter.
Yeah.
That's her daughter.
It's definitely what una chinita living in that time and place would have done in that situation, I believe.
Yo la había sacado. Yo la agarro y la saco.
Hay que matarla a ella primero.
Sí. If she was around Latinos, te dije la gran puta.
Hay que
Saca esa
matarla.
china de diablo
Hay
de
que
aquí,
matarla.
coño.
Hay que matarla.
Una
Gadiel, mira, esta va a chotear, cabrón. Hay que
Es que yo
picarle la
sabía.
cabeza.
Te apuesto que esa mujer va a decir algo.
Va a decir algo,
We
hay
would
que
have been,
picarle.
she would have been out the door.
Yeah, man, for sure. I would have thrown her out.
Yeah, busca
as soon
tu
as she
hija.
started arguing, pa'
Out,
afuera.
pa' afuera.
Yeah.
No, I want to thank you guys for coming in doing this episode. This has been fun. We were talking about everything all over the damn fucking
It's
place.
a spectrum. It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum.
Man.
Pero, thank you for coming, man, and
course.
doing, this is the first episode we did with you. I want you to come back, and I know it was, politics heavy, but also, like, there's a lot going on. I see that you talk about that in your social media. Norberto, always appreciate always coming back. Your fan favorite. Yeah, I see in the comments. People write your name in the comments. I love Norberto. Write in the comments what what you guys think, what you guys like about the conversation. Continue the conversation because I read the comments. Special shout out to Passion and Paola for always coming in and writing your comments. I see you and thank you for your support. Lo quiero mucho. Que la pase bien.